What's going on, guys? Welcome back to another video. I know it's been a little bit since I made a video. I've just had a bunch of stuff going on, looking for places to live and whatnot, but a few things have been done here and there. I'm waiting on a bolt. The upper control arm bolt snapped on the front left when I was doing the coil over there. This side I just haven't been able to get around to. Like I said, a bunch of stuff going on. So I'm going to go ahead and order two. Well, I already ordered one. But then I thought, why didn't I just order two? So, dumbass mistake there. Anyways, got some updates. So let's go ahead and run through those. Now, if you remember on I believe it was my first video, I went over basically necessities you need for building a cart. And obviously tools was my issue. I was working out of that thing. Well, I went ahead and picked this guy up for 300 bucks used. I didn't think that was a bad deal. I actually did a little bit of research, and I guess this is like $1,000 new. And it came with that, and that's like 80 bucks right there. Now, my lighting is kind of terrible, so I'm using my phone light. Yes, I know it's pretty sparse in here right now. Sockets, I'm getting ready to buy all new sockets. That's freaking pathetic. Oh, forgot, gotta hit that. Not much in here. Not much in there. I did go buy a punch set, bought these. Need some picks. I'll tell you a funny story in a minute about that. Bought this guy even though I already have one. I always lose these. Wire brush from home. One of them mid-sized guys. Random punch I found at home. This shit, always nice to have different chunks of steel sheet laying around. That one's a real thick one, really good for banging on stuff. Love having those. My girlfriend actually was wondering why the hell I even had that kind of stuff laying around. Actually, no. No, it wasn't my girlfriend, it was my buddy Alan. That's why he was wondering what that was about. Little old breaker bar, cheater bar, whatever. Bought this guy, figured why not. I got the slightly smaller one there. These two guys. Then down here, we just got the big Milwaukee. Smaller one. That little guy actually is kind of nice to have. It's a piece of shit, but it actually ain't too bad when it's just like removing fenders and getting in tight spots, yada yada. Bought some new grinding wheels, cut off wheels because I need those. Bought these fuckers, and these guys. I'm gonna buy double of that. That way I have a carry pouch full of this shit. And then these ones I can just leave in. I'm gonna buy some of these, but better ones. These are all done back here. I need to get a open closed in wrench for over on that side and a breaker bar on that to break it loose, and then I should be able to impact that bolt out. I did change the wires, put new plugs in it, put this guy in. I actually pulled the plug out and was kind of looking down in each hole, and this cylinder back here, there was something in there. I wasn't sure what it was. I kind of thought it was a busted off valve or something, and upon further inspection, I stuck a pick down in there, and what I touched was soft and crunchy, and it kind of stuck to the pick when I pulled it out, and I wish I would have took a picture or video of it. It might even be on the ground. I think that's it right there. There was a beetle that's been stepped on, obviously. There was a beetle down in the cylinder. So that tells me it either went up the exhaust and through the exhaust valve, or it went through the intake. My guess would be the exhaust because I took all this shit off and there's no way it was getting up through there. I don't think. So that was interesting. Haven't ever seen anything like that before. Yeah. Now for testing purposes, I'm gonna end up taking all this up because I don't like it. But I did undercoat all this. It didn't come out terribly, but kind of scratches. I just kind of lightly sanded everything. I didn't do the best job, so I'm gonna tear all this out of here. I gotta replace all that up there anyways. Tomorrow I am doing a video on that, hopefully, if I can get a new set of tools for my angle grinder. Can't get the wheel off, so we gotta figure that out. I might just take it to work and deal with it there. I think anything else on the Miata cart. I did buy new mats for a couple of these drawers. They're not cut exactly perfect, but I don't really care. It's good enough. Alright, so currently I found a wrench I believe is the right size. Gave her some good old heat, and she's coming right nice loose, so check back in here in a second. I know I kind of just jumped into this, but I seen the wrench and was like, fuck it, I'm gonna give it a try. So I'll check back in here in a sec. Heat Nightmare. This one came right off. Give her a little bit of heat if you haven't done this before. It's a pain in the ass. You can't really get a ratchet in there. You almost have to use one of them Johns, because you can't get anything in there because it hits this. And on the other side, it just, the whole bolt didn't want to come out at all because all of it is just nasty in there. So I got frustrated and I actually ended up just cutting that off. I can always re-weld it. It's not a big deal. It's just more that I gotta fuck with in the future. A little bit of heat, and this bolt actually isn't near, if I can get a hold of it, isn't near as bad. So this one should, in theory, come right out. So let's go ahead and find out right now. Oh, thank God. Okay, so yeah. Other side, complete nightmare. That's definitely a beefy ass bolt right there. Wow, I don't think the other side had that. So clearly something was going on with this side, because this side here was a complete nightmare. So yeah, I don't remember. Oh, this might be a replacement, because that one's got a deal like that, and this one does not appear to. It also no, it's the same size. I don't know. I think this one's been replaced before, so that's kind of cool. All right, let's go ahead and get this coil over in. I'm tired of this shit. All right, so no need to review trash of this amount, so we aren't gonna do none of that. You've seen it right. It'll work for now. As far as hardware goes, I'm just gonna use the shitty old stock hardware for now until I can just get the car to where it needs to be and caged and whatnot. So this will work for now. I will be going through all the hardware. There's a bunch of hardware that is just super sketchy that I would not feel good leaving in this thing. So we're gonna go ahead and we are gonna buy new hardware for down here on the coilover up top. All new bolts. These didn't come with it. Go figure. Obviously these guys, and then I got some in the back too that I definitely want to replace. And then there's just odds and ends everywhere. Yeah, also that's gonna be a fun one. Had to cut the seat rail to get the seat out. So yeah, let's go ahead and pop this guy in here. I need to honestly spend the money and get some sort of a tripod. It sucks having to film on a phone, but that's all I got right now. So that's what we're gonna work with. It's the grind, man. It's the grind. Also, look at that. What is this tie rod doing here? They're especially curved. Anyways, this should be done. Now, alright, yeah, so that didn't take very long. Super thankful that bolt wasn't a big of a pain in the ass than what I was anticipating, so. Okay, yeah, that is actually pretty fucking relieving. Didn't tighten up that bolt down there. Like I said, I'm just throwing this together so I'm able to move the car around. Still gotta tighten these guys up. I actually lost all my hardware, so I'm gonna have to fucking thread this piece of shit one down on here. It doesn't thread on too bad, but hopefully it doesn't fuck up that stud. Not that those studs are even any good. I mean, look at the coil over, but yeah, it's time for one of them. Just a good little turkey update. My buddy's turkey. There ain't nothing better, no better shop pet than turkey, shop turkey, super turkey. Hell yeah. Alright, so I'm gonna be wrapping this video up. I know it wasn't very much. I just kind of had some shit to explain, and hey, we got the coilover in. That's good enough for me. I figured I'd add one last thing in. If any of you guys are looking into buying impact guns, as far as battery powered ones go, well, you might want to kind of look into these guys here. This is probably, well, it is the best tool in my tiny misled arsenal of pieces of shit. This guy right here is a real treat. I think this was $400 out the door at Home Depot. It's supposed to be 1,400 foot-pounds braking. I could do another review on it one day. Maybe I will down the road, but pretty basic here. Hold on, all kinds of fuckery going on. So you got 4 different modes. 1, spin slow, but it will rip a finger off. 2, spins a little faster. Then you got 3, spins even faster. 4, you think it ain't spinning fast. Well, that's because it ain't, alright? Now, when this thing is put on a lug nut, it will give it 1,400 foot-pounds up to whatever it takes to bust it loose. And then once it feels the nut come loose, it will slow down to 700 RPM. So it might not even take 700, or it might not even take that amount, near that amount, to break it loose. But once it feels the bolt start spinning real fast, to save your threads, it'll spin down. So right now it's spinning slow because it thinks the nut's loose. Definitely would not recommend tightening a lug nut down on that setting on a small car. You probably snap your stud off and have a bad day. So what I do is I usually put it on 2. Funny enough, I only have 2 lug nuts. Good enough to push the car around, huh? Sounds good. Come on, you piece of shit. Alright, now. Got beer to drink. So, yeah, definitely would. Wow. Definitely would look and come on, now you're not gonna focus. There he goes. Definitely would look into buying one of those impacts. They're pretty good, and for $400, I know it's pricey, but you get the battery, the charger, and the gun itself. If you already have some Milwaukee stuff laying around, I mean, this is the 5.0 battery. It's not the best one, but it's a pretty good one. If you already have some Milwaukee shit, you probably have one of them batteries laying around. This tool's $300 by itself. Boy, is it worth it. And one thing I am definitely ordering is I'm gonna get the boot cover for this, just because it helps with drop impacts and stuff like that. So if you drop it, you're not fucking your gun up. Nobody wants a fucked up gun. Try and get the centric on. Oh yeah, that lug nut's not liking it. You know, this is how you're supposed to do it, right? That ain't going nowhere. definitely pretty tight. I wish I had a torque wrench. If I can get a torque wrench, I might do a video and try to compare, you know, what each of these goes to roughly. I don't know, maybe that's something to do in the future. Anyways, though, so I had to cut the video because I lost fucking, you couldn't hear me. Go figure. You know how my channel is. It's just always a giant shit show in the old shit show city, old Galesburg, Illinois. So anyways, don't know exactly when the next video will be. It should be hopefully soon. Hopefully things pan out with this house that I'm looking at. That'll really help me get the show on the roll, on the road. And yeah, catch you later. Peace.